So settle yourself on your seat. If you're on a chair of some kind, then make sure your feet are flat on the floor if possible, but if that's too far away, put them on a cushion or something. And settle your bottom back on the seat. And if you're on a cushion on the ground, like I am, then you arrange your legs in a way that's quite stable. That's why we talk about lotus posture and all that stuff. But some people like to meditate lying down. That's also okay. Try not to go to sleep, but if you need to sleep, well, that's okay. But whatever position you adopt, the straight back is the most important element of that position. Also regarding the eyes, they can be slightly open to let in light. This can help to keep you awake. Or you can even meditate with your eyes fully open. You can try that sometime, but don't actually look at anything. That's the challenge of that one. Or you can meditate with your eyes fully closed. While your back should be straight and, really kind of firm, in general, your body should be quite relaxed. Your chin should be just very slightly lowered, so your head is slightly tilting forward. Very slightly. And it's quite normal to meditate with your hands on your knees, although there's also a tradition of putting your hands one above the other, either in your lap or at the level of your navel. Then in that case, for some reason, you put your right hand over your left hand. That's the tradition anyway. And keep your elbows away from your body. So these are the main features of the posture. And your breathing should be relaxed and natural. And now bring your attention inside your body, starting at the bottom of your spine. And be aware of an imaginary line going right up your spine, right into your head, right to the top of your head. And be aware of that line and feel that your body is balanced either side of that line. Also, if you extend that line downwards and also upwards, you can experience being a sort of channel in a certain way between the earth and the sky. Maybe channel's the wrong word. We are definitely born of the earth, but in another way we're born of the sky. Sometimes we can talk about these as our mother and father. So just keep your consciousness in your body and feel that. Bring your consciousness to your middle of your body. That's around your heart center or lower down around your navel center. Whichever's more comfortable. And we've just focused on the body, but you can feel some impact on your mind. It's actually the mind that meditates, but the body posture is the framework or structure within which we meditate. So getting the body posture right is what we need to do at the beginning. And then the breath. Coming from outside you, being drawn in through sort of suction, being drawn right down into your body, and then released back the way it came. It's such a fundamental part of being alive as a human, or we could say as a breathing animal. Normally completely ignored, just done without thinking. But this practice, sometimes called mindfulness of the breath, has the purpose of calming our mind, releasing it from confusion, disturbance, anxiety and stress. Meditating on the breath serves this purpose very well. Every breath in has a calming effect. Every breath out releases tension, confusion, negativity. So each breath has a dual function of nourishment and letting go. And the training is to focus only on the experience of the breath. Whatever other thoughts or sensations come to your mind, just let them pass away. Don't follow them. And if you find your mind straying off into a train of thought, it's important to notice and then gently but firmly bring it back to the object, the breath. This is the training. Maintain the awareness of the breath, abandoning other thoughts. From the moments of birth to the moments of death, everyone in the whole world breathes. Whether waking or sleeping, breathing continues. But it's only through doing a practice like this that one really becomes conscious of it. And the purpose of meditation is to train or develop the consciousness. The breath is simply a vehicle. So be aware as we come to the end of this first 20 minutes of meditation. What has happened to your consciousness, your mind, through doing this practice? Probably it's different from how it was when you started. You don't have to put words to your answer to the question, what is different? You can just feel it. Stay calm and relaxed as we conclude this first meditation. And take a short time, about a minute, to stretch or change posture or whatever you need to do. It's interesting how you can retain whatever consciousness you ended up with at the end of the meditation. You can retain it through a short break. And outside the session, it's good to come back to this. For most of us, this requires doing a little bit of meditation every day. And gradually, something will happen to the way we experience everything. So let's get ready for the second meditation by bringing the body back into a suitable posture. And we're kind of undertaking a series of meditations on consciousness, where we always start with our own consciousness. But we moved last week into being aware of the consciousnesses of everyone in the world. And we'll do that again today, and then we'll go a little bit further into that. But just start with your own consciousness. The subjective side of your experience. The awareness. The mirror to your reality. The cognition. and also the agent of thought, decision-making, problem-solving. And also the theatre of all our emotions. So consciousness is a kind of environment for all these things to take place. But right now, just be aware of awareness. It's like the blank canvas before you paint. And every single human and other living beings of this earth and probably other planets, but let's just stay with our world, also has consciousness. Awareness. In this, we're all alike. As we found with all the other elements, earth, water, fire, air, and space, we're all made of these elements which have the same basic nature. They just take different forms for each individual. So what we're going to explore today is the role of consciousness in developing our world, our society, our culture, our way of life. In particular, our relationship to the earth, which is in crisis at this time. What is the role of consciousness in bringing about this crisis? Just feel your answer to this question. Don't intellectualize. Just be aware. Be aware of Mother Earth. Be aware of what is being inflicted on her. Pollution. Extraction. Altering the climate so that she burns. Or floods. Or experiences drought. Increased hurricanes. how we've generated a way of life and culture that destroys forests, coral reefs, What is the role of consciousness, of humans in general, in bringing about this crisis? Again, don't think too much, feel what the problem is. And you can really only feel it within your own mind. Since we're part of this global human culture, we already have some taste of the source of the problem within ourselves. So just feel it. Acknowledge it. Is there something amiss or wrong with our relationship with our Mother Earth? It's not that oneself is personally totally to blame, but just that one is a member of this human race of 8 billion people. So as a human, I am part of an ecosystem of the whole Earth, in which everything is interdependent, all forms of life. The Earth itself, the sun, the Earth's atmosphere, the water, and human agency are all interdependent. And what humans do starts in the mind. It may be that this brings up certain emotions. First of all, caring, which is a positive emotion. But also there could be guilt or gloom, despair. Those aren't positive emotions. They don't help. Feeling connected, feeling part, and acknowledging the reality. These are all positive, but acknowledging doesn't mean getting swept away with emotion. And this is where meditation can help. If you find yourself thinking too much, just let go a little. Just be. This meditation is about acknowledging, being aware, kind of holding not trying to solve or analyze. It's also about connecting. But in an intuitive way. Just being aware of all the connections.